Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, New Old Mom. Today's video is going to be all about our first day of school at Georgia Cyber Academy. First day of school, day one. Woohoo! We did it. We did it. I'm so excited. Anyway, it's going to be all about our first day of school, my experience with my first grader and my second grader. It's going to also include the MAP testing. You know that MAP happens the first week, and so I'm going to tell you all about it in this video. I'm really impressed. I'm happy. I didn't think I'd be this happy. I am sleep deprived. I think the sleep deprivation, yeah. I think the sleep deprivation has something to do with it, but I am really happy and I'm really proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. As my shirt says, I make mommy moves. Actually, I'm proud of us. My shirt really should say, I make mommy moves with the help of daddy. Thank goodness my husband did not have to go to work until 9 o'clock. He was able to get us logged in. It took us a minute to get logged in. And so, I'm gonna give some tips throughout this thing. Tip number one, do some practice sessions. I did the modules. As you guys know, they send you that new parent startup. But even with those modules, I was sitting there like, I was like, do what now? Say what now?
Do what now?
Pop him with the glass in your head.
Don't yell at me. Do what now?
That run through that you want to do, go into Canva, make sure you can log into Jigsaw, make sure your camera's off. I guess that's tip number two. Check your equipment. Don't think that you have to wait for class to start and you're in Jigsaw trying to test your equipment, because that's something that a lot of the parents were doing. A lot of parents were trying to test the microphone and they couldn't figure it out, and they were typing in the chat box. They didn't know how, they couldn't figure out how to turn the volume up, and they didn't know how to unmute themselves and stuff. And so we actually got that out the way last night with a mock Zoom meeting. So Zoom, and that'll help. Next thing, there were so many people that was lost and trying to figure it out. So do not feel intimidated at all, because everybody's on there trying to figure it out. Even the people who are returning, for some reason, they had a little bit of issues as well, which was good, because you don't feel like you're the only one. You don't feel like you can't ask questions, because everyone's on there just like, hello, I need help, I need help. And when I say everyone, my first grader, her class is a class of 51 in her homeroom. Now these are homeroom numbers. These are not the actual different classroom numbers. And I spoke to my second grader's teacher, and she said the homeroom numbers are big. Don't worry, once it gets into like the math class or the reading class, it's gonna be basically about half the size of the homeroom class, or maybe a little larger. But she said usually around half the size of the homeroom class. So for kindergarten, they had 51 students in that homeroom class. And so you got 51 people trying to all log on at the same time. 51 people trying to access the map so that they can go do testing. 51 people asking questions and trying to figure out Jigsaw and Clever and all these other different platforms. And so it was it was like a little bit trying to wrangle cats there for a minute in the beginning. It was just like the teachers were like, okay, hold on. And I think our first grade teacher, it seems like she's new, because she had a helper, and like the helper had to step in and really like do, you know, like take over the reins for a moment there. So I don't know, I didn't ask, but I feel like she might be new, which is why she might have needed some extra help. The second grade class, that teacher, she told me she had 56 students in her class. So that's a homeroom class with 56 kids in it. So again, you gotta imagine all people talking at the same time. People are all trying to figure it out. Let me back up. We did not take the iReady test. We were supposed to take iReady, but we did not take it. We had scheduling issues, and so then they tried to tell us to take the iReady today at 10 a.m., which would have been crazy because the MAP test starts at 8:30, and the MAP test was long enough. The MAP test was so long, and then to have the kids do iReady right after MAP. So I actually emailed them and I told them that, you know, that's going to be too much for their first day. First day back from summer, first day in school, first day in a whole new school, in a new program, first day in our classroom / guest room. First day with mom and dad at the range trying to figure it out. And so we just were like, that's just too much. Sorry, we're not equipped. We took a newbie pass. Like, yeah, hi, how are you doing? I'm new here. My second grader was finished her test in 39 minutes. My first grader was finished her test in 41 minutes, and they both did so good. I'm so proud. I was really nervous because I know I was slacking off big time this year in the education department. I had all of these big plans, and I was like, I'm gonna teach them this, and I had this book and that book, and I had all my little organized things, and I'm gonna teach my children. But then the baby looked at us and he said, no, you're not. The baby was like, is that right? You think you're gonna teach? Oh, really? Oh, you're gonna teach? Oh, okay. Well, where am I gonna be? Oh, I'm gonna be here too? There'll be no teaching. There'll be no teaching. He shut that down. He shut that all the way down. More about the MAP test. The biggest problem with the MAP test was the length. And so with the MAP test, the length that the MAP test was, even though they finished it so quick, they complained. Oh my gosh, these girls complained. By question number 15, it was complaining. They were ready to leave. They were like, how long? Why is this still going? When is the end of the test? By question number 20, I had to start bribing them. I was like, okay, what do you want? What can I give you guys? What is the incentive that can help you guys finish these tests? And like one was like, I want popcorn, and the other one was like, I want gummies. I said, sure. As soon as you finish the test, you can have popcorn, you can have gummies, you guys can have whatever you want. Just finish the test, please, please. If those are the 3 things that can get you disqualified. If your webcam is off, if your microphone is off, and if you go through the exam too quickly with MAP tests, you can be disqualified. Your child will be disqualified, and they will kick them out of the test, and they have to retake the test from the beginning all over again, and be upset and make you miserable because they're complaining because they just took the same test. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Even if they go to the bathroom, they said if they go to the bathroom, if they have to like go for a bathroom break, they'll be logged off and kicked out of the test, and they have to restart it. That's what we were told. So yeah. So actually those are 4 things. If their microphone is off, if their webcam is off, if they walk away from the camera at any moment, and if they go too quickly. Those 4 things can get your child disqualified from the test. So beware. Parents, beware. The test is adaptive, meaning if they answer a question and they get it right, the next question is harder. But if they answer a question and they get it wrong, the next question is easier. So it's nice. It basically tries to even it out so that, you know, the overachievers are challenged, but then the underachievers, they don't feel like they're defeated, which I think is awesome, because you don't want your first week of schooling, you know, your first taste of school shouldn't be defeat. So like the MAP test is just that, it's a map. So once they get this information, they'll know where to send your child and what grade. The test was a total of 44 questions, and so that wasn't too bad at all. It lets you know right at the end of the test how good you did. We were done at 9:30, and so then the teachers, they said to come back on at 11:06. Then they had a little bit of an introduction. My first grade class, they did a little bit of whiteboarding, and then they wanted them to go to some of the apps and play around in the modules and play around in the different platforms to try to get used to it. And then we were gone for the day. The second grader, they gave her an assignment, and they were gone for the day as well. And so basically by 11:30, we were done for the day. Another tip for you, this is tip what? 12? There's no need to get them up super duper early for breakfast and things like that. They have to be in homeroom at 8 a.m. Might as well use that time wisely. They ate their breakfast while people were trying to log on and get situated. And I think that's it. Thanks for checking in with me. This was our day 1. See you guys tomorrow? I don't know, maybe the end of the week. But I'll see you guys later. Bye.